Sideline of goal! Late winner's doing it! They're gonna take! He's gonna bring down Bernie! Alone with a double kill! Dropping fast! Final points there! He's still alive! Wait, second slide! He's got one side! He's got a second! He's taking it! They're all died on three! They're all dead!
Welcome back everybody to the Summit 2 by G2A.com. I'm Gods, and joining me is Winter. We've got ourselves a Game 3 decider. Goody, goody, goody. Newbee and LGD facing off, and we're going to find out who's going to join Vici Gaming in the Grand Finals best of 5 to decide who joins us here in LA at our wonderful studio, where it's a little chilly right now, but we're going to hop ourselves into game number 3 and see who comes out on top. Winter, are you still with me?
I see Ghost Lady.
Ah! Was she banned the last games or just ignored?
I didn't actually notice.
Let's do some investigating. I'm really curious all of a sudden. So I'm gonna check those past replays. Because they banned the Ancient Apparition this time. Actually, no, I can't check the bans in those.
You can't check them from the replays.
No.
Yeah, you need
Okay,
to go to
never mind. So
maybe track Dota or something.
I don't know if Dat Dota gets it up. I can check on some of the sites. Ghostly Gamers adds the drafts to all their games, so I'm gonna bring up my good old
I see it. Okay, it's banned both games.
banned both games and first picked this game by LGD. So
You need Elder Titan with this hero. Take away their armor.
against the Death Prophet.
No, with the Death Prophet. I mean, I'm actually surprised like the Chinese teams haven't started to pick the hero more. I think he's actually really good at the current meta for some reason.
When seeing the Secret versus Cloud9 BO5 earlier today, I definitely believe it. So
Yeah, it's like he didn't receive super big buffs, but somehow he's really good in the current patch.
Alright, let's see how things pan out. LG get the Tidehunter with it, so most likely they're offlaner for in July, and Newbee have gone dual support opening, which is not exactly all that common. Normally you see the like Centaur plus support or offlaner plus support as their opening.
You never know, man. Ogre. Give him farm. Dude, promote him.
That's true. He could be promoted up to that 3 position as we've seen EG do. This does lead to the Batrider ban, quite likely a Centaur ban as well if LGD want to take that out of the pool, but the fact they didn't pick up Centaur in the first stage makes you think Newbee have something up their sleeve with this draft. Do that.
Maybe they want to go for something like a pushing strat like Jakiro. Like I think Jakiro works well with Ogre, Skyrath. Like Ogre and Jakiro are very tanky in the early phase and very strong at contesting enemy lanes.
Yeah.
And like taking down towers.
Do a farming Jakiro, would you say, or like just like a farming Ogre?
I don't really feel Jakiro as support does as much as an Ogre support, so I would say Jakiro as a core.
Alright, well we're seeing the bans on the Sylas here as the Naga Siren gets taken out. Sylas played quite a few games of Naga, I would say, over the last few weeks, and something not picked up normally later in the draft. And ooh, Newbee, go Morphling.
Elder Titan. Elder Titan. Take his armor away.
Yeah, it's definitely a great pick against Morphling and to complement the Death Prophet. I'm with you, Winter.
Tidehunter minus armor. Elder Titan minus armor. Then you pick Avenge minus armor.
Wow.
We have a plan.
Do you actually go to negative armor with like the Elder Titan though? Like which applies first? The Elder Titan minus armor or the minus armor from like the Gush or the Howl?
I think it stacks though, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I actually don't notice because the only thing I care about is when I have Elder Titan Spirit next to me, I just die.
Yeah, because if you have like 10 armor, you lose like 3 armor from the Venge Howl, and then you lose 100% of your armor from the Elder Titan. You're still at 0 armor, with or without the Howl, maybe.
Elder Titan armor doesn't take away like the plus armor. If you have like a
okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
You still have the
so
plus
you should
armor.
You should still be negative then.
Yeah, so the Venge Howl would take away the plus armor, and the Elder Titan aura would take away the base armor.
Alright. Well, let's see some Elder Titan Dota, but LGD gonna go Jakiro themselves. In fact, they didn't have a support yet. They needed something, which their preferred supports were taken out.
Jakiro plus Tide actually tells me more like they want to just push and finish the game. If you look at, for example, let's just say that DP, Tide, and Jakiro are your cores. you just can push. You can push very effectively and early with these 3 heroes, and just pick another 2 supports, Jakiro as a farming hero, and gets level 7 max liquid fire and keep pushing.
Just 5-man Dota with the Death Prophet.
Yeah, why not?
We'll see what kind of carry they want to put on Sylar if that's the plan. If they do just go for some kind of late game plan with him as well. But I want to see some Anti-Mage vs Morphling. Let's go back to the TI2 era. Like, Anti-Mage vs Morphling was one of my my favorite things to watch for whatever reason. I have a sick mind.
My favorite things to watch is actually PL versus Anti-Mage.
PL versus Anti-Mage. Okay.
Too many illusions.
Yeah. Alchemist picked up by Newbee.
Core
This is
Alchemist.
mid-Alchemist, I imagine.
Yeah, preparation to defend against those 5-men already.
Yeah.
As acid spray. So they're already anticipating that the LGD would come with something just to push and just finish your game as 5 heroes very, very early on. Alchemist is one of those few heroes that actually buys, like Alchemist or Venomancer, buys a lot of time for your team.
Well, if you see this for your LGD, do you think like they've got enough counter push? Let's pick a anti-mage type hero.
It's all in.
Nah, you can still anti-mage. It's never too late to
But
to
you have
anti-mage.
DP. Why?
DP can go late game.
Yeah, but you want to finish the game, so you don't have to be tired playing a long game.
That's true. You've got a best of 5 series ahead of you. So that was first departure yesterday in the SEA. They played a best of 3, went 3 games, and they played a best of 5 and went down 2-0, but still won. Oh my god.
They would have lost the game. Lost the series 3-0.
Yeah.
They were very close at the third game.
So Witch Doctor, more 5-man Dota. You get the Voodoo Restoration heal now. Oh man.
Acid spray, taking damage, no problem.
You can get a mech on your Tide Hunter. Maybe see the mech instead of the Blink Dagger this game.
No, I have this feeling that Necrolite is gonna come out. They have
LGD?
3 green. Yeah, they have 3 green color costs.
Oh.
More heal.
1 ban left. We've called the Weaver ban the last 2 times. Are we going to be right with the Necrophos ban?
Yeah, but at the same time, I just feel Jakiro support is, you just want the hero to farm.
Yeah. Necrophos is pretty good against the Morphling, because you start Morphling Strength, you're still missing a lot of HP for the Necrophos to zap you with.
Yeah, true.
The other hero they played a lot of, LGD, is Medusa.
3 out of 3. Well done.
We're on point. Do you think LGD would consider Medusa? Silas played quite a bit of Medusa.
Medusa is, even though the tempo is slow, but it fits in their lineup. But I'm just not a fan.
You can
of
5-man with Medusa.
I'm not a fan of Jakiro support. I just want to give the hero farm, man.
There's
Just
still an
pure
Invoker if you want to go the Exort Invoker and get your Necro 3s and Forward Spirits for the push.
But you don't have much setup for Sunstrike, so
Yeah.
it's not the most ideal pick for this situation. If you really wanted to push hard, I think maybe a Prophet would still work for them. Then it becomes like something like an invasion draft.
Yeah. That was like even like Vici Gaming at TI4 would run quite a lot of Sylar safe lane Nature's Prophet farming, but I haven't seen it since TI4 too much.
I'm thinking what else? What
Newbee
else?
take Invoker. So what are Newbee planning on doing with their lanes? They have not really got an offlane. Is this an offlane Alchemist even?
Possibly, or middle lane morphing. But middle lane morphing does badly against DP. You get spam out of the lane.
Yeah.
I think it's more likely offlane Alchemist and solo mid Invoker. Invoker might even go for Crossflex because of the nature of the enemy lineup.
Yes.
You go for Acid Spray plus Tornado EMP, defend the push, and Morphling speeds push elsewhere. Ogre Magi and Skyraf camping one lane. LGD backs off.
Look, Winter, I told you, man. It's never too late to anti-mage.
Man, I just, I don't...
Last pick, no problem. We got this anti-mage Dota.
Jakiro's support is... I just, whatever.
We get.
I'm biased because I don't like Jakiro support.
Alright, we get anti-mage versus Morphling. I'm into this game now. Oh boy.
I can't believe you.
We got ourselves a real Dota game, Winter. No, those last 2 games weren't actual Dota games.
Man, real Dota games is something like Spirit Breaker offlane, solo mid or support Zeus, then you have some Prophet safe lane, then you have AA support global, and then you have a solo mid Spectre.
Yeah, I could get on board with that. Alright, well, This is going to be Rabbit on the Alchemist, so it looks like it will be the offlane Alchemist, so they've got
Yeah,
plenty of counter push.
I think it's a very very smart move to switch up with the anti-mage because you see the enemy potential tornado plus EMP combo with acid spray that will slow down your 5-man a lot. So if you go for something like just want to all in with the Jakiro, like I mentioned, Jakiro tied and DP, you would probably be hit with a huge defense from Newbee that buys them a lot of time for the morphing to speed push. So if that happens, you just go for anti-mage. You can never go wrong with anti-mage late game.
Alright, we'll have a bit of a pre-game pause as we start, and it looks like it will be pretty standard setup from the two teams here. Sylar on the anti-mage, Yao on the Death Prophet. In July, most likely in the offlane tied with MMY and Faith handling the two supports, Witch Doctor and Jakiro. For the Dire side, we're going to have Alchemist in the hands of Rabbit, the two supports, Banana and Sansheng on Ogre and Skywrath Mage. So the last being the Invoker and the Morphling. Could be a Morph mid if they want to put the Invoker safe lane.
I'm actually thinking something along the lines like maybe they contest the lane with the Alchemist, Skyrath, they have triple stun, and they leave the Morphling solo tied. And middle lane would be Invoker DP. I'm not sure about Morphling versus DP because I think DP will put a lot of pressure on the Morphling, so I would rather have the Invoker against the DP.
Yeah. It's not exactly a fun matchup for Morphling mid, so looks like Newbee just need a little toilet break.
Wow, you actually know what they just said?
Yeah. Don't worry, man. I've been practicing.
To be more specific, he just said someone just went to the toilet, which is WC, and he's doing something big.
Is that what Dada means? Something big?
Yeah, Dada is big. So big toilet, which means
I know WC means toilet. That's the extent of my well, I mean, you say WC in some English-speaking countries.
Yeah, water closet. Right?
Yeah. So I see WC, I'm like, I know what you're saying. I can pick this one up. So we'll be How in the Morphling. And we'll see if they can test the Morphlings lane at bottom lane. For now, they are going to go down bottom as 5. Probably
I think they can. I think they can. They can if they want to. If they really want to contest the lane, though.
Yep.
Boots, Ogre Magi. Well played, commended.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. They made the mistake in game 1 of not getting boots on support, but this time around they're on point. You've got the Skyrath. This guy's practically got boots as well. 325 movement speed. He's got the Courier wards times 2, and the Clarity.
Wow, he is actually naked.
Yeah.
Take it for the team.
They really prioritize making sure they have sentries to deal with the pull camps, but for now they're going to block the double pull, and Newbee going to just position themselves in the jungle. They see Faith here off to the side. Rabbit maybe out of range for a stun. They couldn't quite get the right timing for that kill, and they're also going to block this big camp.
Looking at the way they are setting up, I think they're going to just go tri lane, like I mentioned. Tri lane, contest the anti-mage farm. They have a very good lineup to do that. Triple stun.
The fact they have sentries, though, like, I guess they're using the sentries to block the pull camp, so I guess that... Like, yeah, they block the pull camp, they're looking to de-ward this bottom lane. We'll see
the sentries for, if you de-ward, you use the sentry to de-ward a sentry, I mean, it's...
Yeah.
It's not like de-warding an observer whatsoever.
That's too late, though. They've actually lost the pull. They can't block the pull anymore, and...
They
maybe change their mind about the tri-lane?
Yeah, I think they just changed their mind after they see the camp getting de-warded.
Yeah, they had no sentries left, so the pull camp's available. The offlaner still does alright, because there's no double pull available. They've blocked the medium camp, which will mean if they want to pull that small camp, they have to stack it first if they want to deny it.
Yeah, I think they definitely changed their mind. Otherwise, if you already wanted to leave the Alchemist at bottom alone, I think you start with Boots instead of Stout Shield.
Yeah. Well, he's going to get zoned out somewhat here, as it does leech some experience, so Rabbit not completely all hope lost. He did get a bounty rune as well, so should be able to get level 2 at least at some point. Meanwhile, top lane, it will be the safe lane, tri lane. They have not de-warded this pool just yet. Sansheng is, I'm not sure what he's doing.
Like you mentioned, no sentries left.
Oh yeah, they need to buy some more. This is, you have a tri lane and you can't use your pools. You're unlikely to be able to kill the Tidehunter. This is actually not ideal for Newbee.
They're changing their plan. They're sending a smoke out.
Well, good news for the bottom lane is Witch Doctor went for a pull and he couldn't double pull. He tangoed through and didn't actually see that the medium camp was blocked. So this is going to push out quite a lot for the
I think the Ogre can try to maybe snipe the courier or something. Wait for it to send the bottle to the DP since at the moment he's not needed anywhere.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The bottle's still quite a ways away. Only 3 CS for Death Prophet so far.
Oh,
Going for a
yes.
kill? Well, Ogre, no, he's gonna just zone out the Death Prophet a bit.
Yeah, he's actually getting. He's not having such a good time in the lane against the Invoker.
Yeah. Despite getting the double creep wave at bottom, LGD have somehow denied it back and done alright here. So that's a good effort
Look
for
at
them.
this Boots Ogre Magi chasing the DP.
Oh man, 2-minute rune coming up, and we'll see Rabbit and Banana camping out of this bottom lane. MMY, they see him on the high ground here, but maybe not. They've got stun if they want to go for it. Level 2 also now on the Alchemist.
Another bounty rune for Alchemist. Huh. Alchemist beat Grievous Greed bounty rune.
Yep.
It's fated. Double damage on the Skyroth. Not level 2 yet. No concussive shot.
No. He doesn't even right click. 2 points in Kraken basically mean those double damage right clicks are just like normal right clicks. He's not
at that.
taking much damage. Jeez. That is... Okay, how is this a double damage? Most pathetic double damage I've ever seen.
He has 47 base damage, which is not the highest, and he's naked.
Yeah,
So
against Kraken Shell.
Kraken Shell is like, this is permanent start shield block.
In July, he's going to be a bit careful. There's one more Arcane Bolt, and this may be a kill. He's got no regen left. The magic stick comes out, and in July. Is this going to be enough damage?
Maybe not. It'll be close.
Yes.
Uh,
He should have saved. He could have had one more magic stick charge, but he used his magic stick too early.
I think he would have survived if he saved that.
Yeah,
It was
he had
just
the magic
barely-
stick like during the travel time of the Arcane Bolt, maybe.
Yeah, it was like 80 damage or 90. He was barely surviving it. If he had one more stick charge, I think he'd lose.
Well, it's a small thing, but it would have maybe saved his life. Then that's first blood as well. Skywrath Mage suddenly.
The
Boots,
naked
maybe?
Skyroth Mage.
800 gold.
It's suddenly very, very happy.
Yeah. So up towards top lane goes Banana now, and he's looking for, well, not too much here. In July just gets ignored.
I think he was like feeling this double damage Skyroth is not a threat with my 2 levels
Yeah.
of Kraken Shell, and he just died.
He had no tangos or salves left. He was just like, he was just taking damage unnecessarily. Like if you had tango salves, maybe you try and do
he was
that.
just cocky to be simplified.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't think he was in any danger of dying at all.
Mid lane smoke on the Witch Doctor. Has 2 points in Maledict as well. A very aggressive build coming in from MMY. The top rune gets denied by a forward spirit, but here comes
Oh, the courier!
the Doctor. Get the courier.
No!
Not going to go for the cars. Any upgrade? No, he goes for the courier and the kill on Moo. Can he get both? It looks like he will. 1 or 2 more right clicks with the Maledict damage will be more than enough. Moo is done for.
Oh my
Wait for
god,
it.
that was...
Oh my. Yeah. What was Skyrath bought? Boots, magic stick. What are you doing, Skyrath? Upgrade the courier.
Oh my god,
4
why he
minutes
didn't
in.
upgrade the courier? I
got so
just said
greedy.
he had 800 gold after that first build and he didn't upgrade the courier.
He-
Oh my god, I think the Invoker must be mad that happened.
And the Ogre has 400 gold. What?
What? Alright. Shit happens.
Yep, that's right. Shit happens. We saw it last game with the Lifestealer dying and failing his armlet toggle. We saw it game 1 with the Tide Ravage. Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna sing a song. We are only human.
That was just one line of the song, Winter. I thought you were going to give me a full rendition of the full song.
You would fire me if I do that. I would be done for.
Never seen again on the BTS stream. Well, smoke towards mid lane. Newbee looking for some kind of recovery after losing Courier and Invoker in the mid lane. Yao is the target. He's positioned pretty well on the high ground. Oh, pokes forward. Gotta be careful. It's done. Oh, Yao has not backed off in time. He's gonna go down to this Sunstrike, and the kill goes to the Skyrath Maze. This Skyrath, 2 kills now. Upgrade that damn Courier when you can. And that was the bottle for the Death Prophet that was being delivered, but unfortunately, wouldn't have made much difference.
Oh dear. And now looking at the Alchemist, he only has 1 CS. He's actually doing very terrible compared to the Tide Hunter. He's gonna die.
He's dead. Antimage's not getting the last hit. Antimage is 41 CS here, actually ahead of the Morphling by a small margin. Sylar, Treads, Ring of Health.
Yeah, I mean because the Tide at level 1 got an Invis rune and he had a Fatty, but he had
Mid
a...
lane. Moo, gonna get ganked out. Sunstrike, well, that's not gonna make much of a difference. Does hit Yao, so some nice damage being dealt out, but Yao has full bottle charges and can tango and heal himself back up with relative ease, so That's a nice gank from the Tide. He got a DD and just came in and punished the Invoker mid.
How ironic. He died to a DD Skywrath the time before, now he uses the DD to kill someone else.
Yeah. Makes up for his previous misplays, perhaps. He's
Yeah,
also
like
getting very close to level 6 now.
I was talking about the difference of comparison of the two offlaners. The Tide is doing a lot more work than the Alchemist.
15 CS now. He's got arcane boots.
Like he's level 6. Alchemist is like what, level 4? Just top level 4.
Yeah, Hal's not having a fun time up here. Gets hit by another Anchor Smash, and Tide now has Ravage, so gotta look out for this guy. Should be picking up a TP scroll maybe, because
they
mid
need
lane
to
is
get
in
this
danger.
kill. They need to get this kill for the Alchemist to be able to come back.
Oh, Tide's bought TP now. He's got TP Ravage.
Ooh, this is gonna be close.
Where's the TP, Tide? Where's the TP? Here we go, it's in front. Ravage is ready. This could go so
Ravage!
bad. Ravage on 3, 4, and Banana goes down. Moo's gonna go down. They only get the Witch Doctor. Oh dear. Dearie me. Newbee just got annihilated mid.
Oh my god, that was because the Tide got the kill on the Invoker and he got the level 6.
Yeah. Now onto the tier 1 tower. They've got Liquid Fire, they've got Exorcism. This should be a pretty straightforward tier 1 tower with Newbie. They're respawning soon. They do throw out a glyph, but this tower just hits so slow because of that Liquid Fire.
Yeah, and look at bottom, Sylar. I'm gonna take a tower too, guys.
Oh my gosh. And you don't get the double glyph really, because these two towers are both dying at the same time. Sunstrike, ooh, almost
they
catches
got a
the
glyph.
Jakiro.
They got a glyph. Oh no, they didn't deny it. Rabbit was trying to deny the tower. Oh, the Newbie is so far behind right now.
Yeah, and because both towers die at the same time, they don't get the benefit of the extra glyph.
They actually had time to use the extra glyph though, if they wanted
like
to.
Like it was like half a second maybe.
No, he decided that he wanted to try and deny the tower.
Oh, okay. Well, Sylar now 1900 gold. He even got the last hit on the tower, so his Battle Fury will be coming up in probably like, what, 11, maybe 12 minutes into the game. And that's with treads too.
He's gonna be very farmed compared to the Morphling. Morphling is going for Aquila and Lincoln's pretty standard.
Well, it's the Sylar Anti-Mage. You have got a Howl Morphling, so we'll see how can match up against this Anti-Mage. The Anti-Mage is pulling away
I once heard Sylar Anti-Mage never loses.
I don't know, I've seen it lose. Not very often, but I've seen it lose.
You probably lost to only like a burning something.
Yeah. Alright, well as things stand here for LGD, they've picked up the Void Stone on the Death Prophet. We'll be going straight into that Yule Scepter, I imagine, and they've already taken 2 tier 1 towers. They're like they're probably going to group up as 4 with Jakiro, like with Liquid Fire, with Yao with the ultimate, and just start taking like the other towers on the map once they can. Maybe waiting for In July to pick up his Blink or Mech. Like that's probably the item they're waiting for before they really start grouping up.
I think for now LGD would like to prioritize some experience for the Jakiro. They need to give the Jakiro, like, it's a huge difference having the level 4 Liquid Fire.
Yeah.
When you're pushing towers.
He's doing pulls and stacks, so this is, well, pulls and more pulls really, no stacks. Going for the double pull and
pulls and more. Pulls and more pulls.
May just give up this top tier 1 tower, though they do have Ravage, so I don't think there's a real, they could go for this fight.
Anti-Mage doesn't have TP, Jakiro has TP, Death Prophet has TP, so everybody can come apart from Anti-Mage.
Anti-Mage could go buy one from the side drop here. Waveform forward, Injuly taking a bit of pressure here. Gonna go for the Ravage, and it's gonna turn around, catch all 3. The Cask is gonna bounce around as well. How and Sancheck taking big damage to Skywrath Mage. You're guaranteed kill How. Nothing to cancel his TP except an Ice Path just in time. How will not get a TP out. Huge turnaround. LGD just playing amazing right now.
Oh, that coordination.
That was so good here. Tide just baiting them in and knowing that as soon as they went on him, the TPs would come.
And Sylar happily farming away.
He's almost got Battle Fury. That is a very scary thought.
It's gonna come soon, like in 11 minutes Battle Fury threats. That's very quick.
Alright, well, top tier 1 tower being sieged as well by Faith, who does now have that level 7 max Liquid Fire.
Thanks to that Ravage.
Yeah. Well, we'll see Newbee TP in, and this will scare back LGD, but actually may lose some heroes here. Banana's got a good position for a flank. At least one probably going to die, and Faith just needs to try and cut their losses here. Turns around good Ice Path, and he should be able to scurry back to the tier 1 tower. Not a big loss for LGD. That's, at least they cut their losses there, and Jakiro can still look to defend this tier 1, although it's so low.
They actually almost got the Skywrath. It's like a level 3 Melodic.
Oh wow.
A little more, yeah, a little more damage and he would have died.
Yeah.
That's
Not
very
so-
rare. Very rare that you see Witch Doctors skill 3
Yeah.
points in medic and no points in heal.
Just trying to maybe get some extra kills on the Morphling early on. It's particularly good against killing Morphling.
Yeah, and it's MMY again. Like remember the last game, he had 4 points in concussive and 1 in arcane bolt when he played Skyrath.
Yeah. Different build this time on the Skyrath. 2 on the arcane bolt. See Macropie just being thrown casually to deal with this push, and why not? It's got a 60-second cooldown, and Faith is decent enough mana pool here with the Trencles plus Sage's Mask. It's just stalling Newbee. Like, wait for your ult, and because it is stalling, they're going to have Ravage and Exorcism soon. They may actually have it to defend this tier 1 top tower again, although another creep wave comes in. Faith may have to Icebound.
Middle lane, level 3 Maledict. Is he gonna get the kill here?
Need bad bounce on the cask, unfortunately. Needed that second bounce on the Invoker, and that does it. Top tier 1 tower getting low here. Alchemist wants to go for a last hit maybe, but he's blind. This should just be a straightforward deny for Faith. Alchemist wants to maybe get in there, but Faith still going for this deny. Better attack and attack fast, buddy. There we go. He'll get the
I
deny.
think he's baiting, is he? Like he's purposely not. Yeah, he's doing it on purpose, not hitting.
Yeah, there we go.
He just wants the alchemist. He wants the alchemist to try and come and get the tower because his team was like moving in.
They're going for a gank on Sylar, but he's already bought his Battle Fury. He is a possible kill with the Ancient Seal, but the fact Morphling's being so aggressive... Oh,
they
such
find
a
him?
good blink.
Are they gonna find him? Nope.
That was so smart. So smart.
We're gonna hear a lot of that soon, right?
Oh yeah.
We're gonna.
Now that Secret have made their way to the LAN finals of the Summit.
The summit too smart.
Top lane, Rabbit just trying to do what he can. This Alchemist is not really offered too much to the team.
Yeah, that's like the thing when I know when I saw that they are actually changing their plan and ditching the alchemist. Like, oh dear, this guy's gonna have a tough time and he's gonna die.
Yeah, they blink in. They have the Exorcism going up. They have the Rabbit should Newbee try and defend this lane, but the TP comes in. This is gonna be Hao, and what's the plan here for Hao? He's gonna maybe try and get Faith here. Waveform was still on cooldown. Sunstrike. Ooh, nails Faith. And a rotation coming in from the Skywrath Mage is going to be left alone for now. There is still Ravage available.
He can still turn the fight though. Exorcism is...
Sylar at mid takes a bit of damage, but this is a very just spread around fight. Neither team quite sure what they want to do, but it's a Blink Ravage. LGD, they find exactly what they want to do. Death Ward Malady is going to be the death of Banana one way or another. He stuns Sylar under the tower. Sylar just needs to maybe blink out of this one. Gets the kill first. Kill secured. Double kill goes where the anti-mage in. Oh boy, is Sylar farm. Waveform through for Hao, but MMY, he wands up. He's nice and tanky. One Arcane Bolt's not going to do anywhere near enough damage to bring him down. Need more backup. Alchemist stuns Tide, blink out of there, and well, he gets stunned up, but that's not really a problem for him. This is just going really badly for Newbee this game. Sylar at bottom does have to maybe worry about the Sunstrike in a second here, but he's still probably got enough HP. He's actually going to TP home. Ditches the lane where he can farm, just so he can TP out and be on the safe side from a Sunstrike.
Things are not looking very good for Newbee. They're in a very big deficit, but their heroes just doesn't allow them to have any way of coming back into the game, like by ganking or winning team fights.
Yeah.
The thing that I can come up with they can try to do is maybe try to sneak a Roche with the Necron Book on the Invoker.
No. They could maybe smoke gank Sylar using the Ancient Seal, but even that is, like, as soon as lots of heroes are missing on the map, Sylar, his map sense is just fantastic.
Yeah,
like, he kind of sees those ganks.
He has Yasha already, so the opening is before he gets his Manta. The window is very small now.
Yeah, they're looking to use it right now. This is possible. Stun, Ancient Seal. You've got decent damage with a Mystic Flare.
Oh
even
no, the smoke got revealed.
Oh, from the high ground. They haven't... Just the Skywrath Maids. They could still go for this. There has been no Observer Ward vision that's actually seen Sancheng, and it looks like they're pinging this out. They see Sylar with the Observer Ward. They also see Jakiro. They seem... there's 5 heroes around them. This is so bad for Newbee. They're surrounded. Alchemist going to start channeling a stun. They're going to get completely found out here, and Rabbit actually stunned himself as well, which is so bad. Rabbit going to get chased down here. They've got vision for him. He can't go for a TP because of the Mana Void, and this is unsuccessful. Rotation into the enemy jungle. LGD had 5 heroes down there already, and I think they were just grouping up to go for a push, but hey, they'll take the kills too.
This is getting bad to worse for them.
Yeah, they can go to the split push, that's about it.
Yeah. Lincoln's is not even completed on the morphing yet. He still needs a little bit more. And they're gonna lose their tier 2 here.
Yep.
Ravage is still up.
Yeah, this is really good. They can go for Roshan maybe, potentially. They've got max liquid fire for that, although Exorcism will be wearing off, but...
Roshan wouldn't be so good now. It takes too long without Exorcism.
Yeah. Next Exorcism maybe, although they seem... you're getting so much map control and just decent money and income from taking down these towers that maybe that's the priority. They could go for a tier 2 even. Without Exorcism, I still think they've got the much stronger lineup.
Nah, they want to go for a pick off here with no vision.
Banana gonna poke his head up and...
Rabbit's dead.
Yeah, they'd prefer Rabbit anyways, and that's who they're gonna find. He gets the ultimate off, but... yeah, good luck with that.
They prefer Rabbit meat. But at the moment, yeah, I'm not sure why the Tide is actually... he's building into a pipe again though. I feel this game they actually need 4-star more because of
getting
how...
ganked out here, stuck inside the Mystic Flare. One more Arcane Bolt could bring him down, but the Yule Scepter... oh, Ignite damage is enough. Sanshang, oh my god.
Oh, he's dead. Oh dear.
MMY TP out. Ooh, gets cancelled. This could be a dead Witch Doctor as well.
Yeah, let's go
scurry away, but... Death Prophet covering his retreat. Death Prophet almost has a BKB here as well, but hasn't got it on him right now.
Yeah, back to what I was talking about. I think they need 4-star for the lineup of Newbee They have a lot of focus. Ogre Magi stun, Alchemy stun, and then Mystic Flare. They need 4-star to get out, and no one's actually building 4-star. I think Tide was like the main guy to actually build the 4-star. If you look at Jakiro and Witch Doctor, these two heroes are going to build as supports that don't get 4-star. Jakiro is always mostly going to get the Yule Scepter.
Yep.
Witch Doctor obviously the Axe Scepter, so you become super strong.
I guess Faith could go for it after the Yule Scepter, but that's...
yeah, but 4-star duty
away.
drops to the Tide Hunter, I feel.
Yeah. No, he could have it by now instead of the Hood, but...
I don't think they need the pipe that badly though, this game.
It's
a lot of spell damage, but 4-star I feel would actually save you.
Maybe just thinking they can just group up as 5 and then not too worried about maybe the single target burst damage. But LGD, they are grouped up.
No, Yule Scepter.
They're going in on this
Ice Buff.
Oh, wow. Ravage as well. They're going to clip 3 with it at the edges here. Moo gets him off a nice Ghost Walker. I don't think there's much
detection.
That's problematic. Okay.
I think that wasn't part of the plan. They wanted to actually use the Ice Puff, but he was too far away and they had to use something else.
And Sila's got a 19-minute Manta style. He is farmed out of his mind right now.
Did you expect that less than that?
No, I didn't. This is exactly what I expected. So...
typical anti-mage game.
How has farmed himself? Like, to be fair, he's behind the anti-mage, but he's kind of keeping up.
Yeah, same CS, I would say.
Yeah, the tower money is obviously in the favor of the anti-mage, but this is still a Morphling who... do you feel this is a shotgun game, or is he going to be going for more fight-oriented items?
I think shotgun is good because of the fact that they need to burst the DP down, but at the same time, without BKB, anti-mage is going to burn your mana. So,
break the link at the top. They want to go in this Morphling. Ice Path is waiting for him. He's going to start Morphling Strength, but with Maledict and Silence, Howard's dead. Oh, he was not ready for that gank to come in.
Roshan is the trade-off with the Invoker.
Yeah, okay. It's still the Morphling. I guess Morphling only loses, 389 gold. Not the end of the world for him, but... he gets most of the gold back that he lost from the Roshan.
Yeah, but still, I mean, they would have preferred that not to happen, but at the same time, you just sometimes you have to deal with it.
He could have backed off, so...
Not everything is perfect, but they still get the Aegis on the Invoker.
It just helps because LGD are going to be looking to siege the Newbee base fairly soon. They would have liked the Aegis for themselves. If they can get an Aegis, that's a possibility to just siege high ground even.
Yeah, true. And anti-mage can always get Aegis very easily.
Yeah.
If he's sneaky.
At this point, LGD will probably just play a more passive game for the next 5 minutes. Just look to out-farm Newbee, get anti-mage's next item. Even Death Prophet can go for the next big item. Like, they haven't even got the Yule Scepter on the Jakiro yet, so I feel like LGD aren't in a big rush to end this game.
I think he's almost there, right? He actually has a use recipe on the ground, and he Yeah, he already has it.
Okay.
He's
Back
taking
at base.
lessons from Mushi, putting stuff on the ground, so you can't find it.
Having cheating his net worth right now, so he actually has more net worth than
Oh,
it
it
says.
doesn't count stuff on the ground, right?
I don't think it didn't used to. I don't. They may have changed that, but I know the way the net worth used to work is that it didn't include stuff on the ground.
All right.
Sylar at bottom. He's just going to keep things pushed out. So straightforward tier 2 tower push, and this is the
Sylar.
beauty of this LGD lamp. They can just push with 4 heroes. They don't need anti-mates there.
Yeah, like this guy is setting up a gang, but okay, it's an anti-mage. See you.
He's unkillable with this Manta style, I'd say, more or less. Maybe a 5-man gank, you could
Hex.
kill him.
They need a hex from Invoker to kill him. Man,
And
5-man gang, they need to land like some multi-cast, alchemist concoction at max duration.
yeah,
What else?
They've-
They need everything.
they got decent like the acid spray and then Morphling right click is alright, but yeah, it's tough. So it looked like Morphling is going to be going BKB. He's picked up a Mithril Hammer, wants to just be able to fight into the Maledict, the Ravage, and all these kind of nukes that LGD have. Not to mention this
Yeah.
can help deal with the mana break.
Because I was like thinking E-Blade, but then at the same time I'm like, okay, E-Blade doesn't protect you from the Exorcism anymore, so maybe you can't go for that anymore. Like, it used to be able to protect you from right clicks, but now it doesn't.
Very defensive build coming out. Well, Sunstrike to do some dewarding on the high ground here, so Newbee just looking to get control of their side of the map. They let all their outer towers go down, and that's something which was kind of unavoidable for them, and now, well, just secure the high ground as much as possible and deal with the anti-mage split pushes at the same time. So we'll see what Invoker's going to do.
They need a hex to stop the split push, and only Invoker can afford to build that.
He's got decent money, 2.5k.
It's not gonna come so soon though, so unless they win a big team fight, yeah, then maybe it'll come like in the next 4 minutes, 3-4 minutes, before 30 minutes. Otherwise it would be around, I would expect it to come around 30 minutes.
And for LGD, they may as well wait for the Aegis to expire for one thing before they even try and push again. They may wait for an Aegis on their own side, but
Okay.
they're just so far ahead, it feels like. And
The Tide Hunter actually went back to build a mech. This
wow.
is totally unexpected.
Casual Hood. In July, just seems he's a bit confused, but he's had some identity problems.
He's gonna have the hood to protect himself from the Ogre Magi and the Skyrath and the Morphling.
Fair enough. So the fact he's going back for this mech makes me think they really do want to try and push high ground like as soon as possible.
I don't think they need the mech. To me, it doesn't do too much anymore.
They've almost got a hard on Sylar. He's
I think
300.
the better option would be just like if you really want to push into newbie sign up, you just need to win the fight. So you get refresher, you win the fight, and then you push.
Yeah.
Even if you have the mech, I'm not so sure though because their burst is so big that they can actually take out one person so quickly with Sunstrike, Mystic Flare.
Well, it seems like you're right. They're just happy to let this game kind of drag out a little bit without.
Yeah,
Newbee aren't really.
I think they need force stuff very very badly.
Yeah.
They really need one. Nobody is keen in building even one.
So how gets up his BKB? This is definitely not like going to be a game-changing BKB. It just means should LGD go for a high ground push, how is ready and able to fight to some extent.
I think it does another thing for him as well. Make sure that the gank at top before that doesn't happen ever again.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we'll see what Newbee can do there. Front Heroes Group 3 drooped up at bottom lane. These 3 cannot kill an anti-mage.
Okay.
Anti-mage with half, by the way.
This 3, even though at the perfect execution, Ogre Magi stuns twice with multicast, Alchemist full duration concussion, level 4 silence, Mystic Flare full duration.
How much damage would you say that would do to the anti-mage? Would it even do like 1500?
I'm going to get a phone call first to Mr. Brian.
Yeah. I don't even. I think it would do like half of anti-mage's HP, maybe. If you're lucky, it does half his HP. I don't think you come close to killing the anti-mage.
Probably not.
He is just. He's beast mode right now. And it seems group up as 5 and siege high ground. With an anti-mage with heart, this is kind of like your sieging item in some ways. He can be on the front lines and just look to right-click down the tier 3 tower to some extent. Morph needs that anti-mage replicate up.
Yep, he definitely needs to, but he already has a replicate at home.
Yeah, they won't have it immediately for this fight. Chaos going to deal with these forward spirits and see is going to be a tough hold here. Sylar just getting stunned up, but taking very little damage here. He's going to continue attacking the tier 3 tower. X is going to get the work as well as far as chipping away at it. Hal's still top, maybe thinking he can try farm a buyback for this fight. I think he should have enough for it, as, yes, he's just got enough for buyback, which is going to help out, because I feel like Newbee, they want to hold Rakdos here, they may need to throw away a few lives or two. Invoker also with buyback on the dire side. Antimage goes in, pops a Manta Star, which means you can look to stun him down. Newbee still just playing things as defensively as possible. Morphling is trying to get a tier 2 tower up top, so the split push is pretty real here. Antimage actually going to give up the push and fall back. Exorcism has ended, so an okay hold for Newbee. If you can call it a hold, they did still take a lot of damage to their tier 3 tower.
44 HP is that's what left.
Yeah. So next time tower's dead and possibly they work on the melee racks. Next time there's maybe an Aegis on this Radiant side as well.
It's 1 minute, right? No, 30 seconds.
Is this is just... No, that's just till we find out how long it's going to be for Roshan. So it's at least 1 minute and then anywhere between 1 and 4 minutes.
I suck at reading this.
Yeah. I miss the old Roshan timer.
Oh, I just want it to be digital.
But my immersion, my game immersion, there's no digital clocks in fantasy worlds. You need fancy sundials.
What? There's a digital clock right on top of our faces right now.
That's part of the UI. That's not part of the actual world. I don't know. I'm just playing. I'm just being a douchebag, Winter. All right.
Here comes the backstab. Morphling, BKB Lincoln's coming from behind.
What's the plan here? Sylar gets stunned up to start things off here. They actually smoke. Interesting. Morphling? Who could... I mean, Morphling can't really kill anyone too easily. Like, the Witch Doctor's pretty tanky with an Ag Scepter. Like, maybe you just try and cancel the Tide's Gleam?
Yeah, he has Lincoln BKB, so no damage.
Yeah.
Not much damage.
I mean, he can go in and stay alive and, like, just do tiny bits of poking, but...
Oh, here comes the Replicate.
Yeah.
This is gonna do a lot of work if they actually get to focus someone with it.
Alright. Be careful. Protect the replicate illusion. This is like your best asset right now.
I think LGD is like, let's wait for the illusion to expire.
Yeah. I mean, for Newbee, this is like a 6 hero. Well, I don't even know if they have 5 other heroes right now. Some of these supports aren't offering too much. They're going to throw the Exorcism. In goes the replicate, but being focused down a little bit. Alchemist's going to throw a stun. There's your Ravage. Catches absolutely everything. The Death Ward to follow. That's an Aghanim Scepter upgraded Death Ward, and that's just bouncing around, doing damage to the entire Newbee side. And this looks like we're going to see Rakdos go down. House still has his BKB, but he does not want to fight into the Exorcism. Rak's still alive, though. Back in the backlines here, Sylar actually managed to chase down the Scarith Mage with the help of the Tide Hunter. Blinks back and probably thinking we just need to get some Rakdos here. In July, 1 or 2 more right clicks brings him down with an adaptive strike, and Hal is doing an okay job holding. The melee Rak's still alive. They need to finish this off. It will heal up if they don't get it now, and Yao with the BKB wants to just right click it down. Hal's trying to right click him with his BKB. The Rak's still alive though. They kill the Death Prophet. This melee Rax is still there, and Hal gets mana voided, but he had the BKB on, so he's still alive for the time being. Morphling Strength has 7 more charges, could waveform out, will do so. Melee Rax did end up going down. It looked like Faith brought it down with a liquid fire, and that's the important thing. That's what LGD came from. So...
Oh, here comes the use after...
Stunned him on the landing! MMY. He gets the kill somehow with the help of the Anti-Mage, and this is just an Anti-Mage who can't be stopped! He gets the Scarif as well! Oh dear. Please. Have mercy, Sylar.
Sylar's not in the mood to have mercy today.
This Sylar Anti-Mage, the Anti-Mage that just cannot be beat, it feels like sometimes. Almost with a butterfly.
I think sometimes it's like, the only time if he loses is like the games where he doesn't get pre-farm.
Yeah.
Pre-farm games are usually, you know, you just watch the game. Alright, what's new? Sylar Anti-Mage pre-farm.
There is a Hex up now for the Invoker. Just 1 melee rack, so not the end of the world, but it's still possibly the beginning of the end.
Morphling, he's itemizing into a... maybe it's a butterfly. I don't think he goes E-Blade anymore. Yeah, I think it should be a butterfly so he can actually combat the Anti-Mage directly.
Yep. Anti-Mages don't like going for Monkey King Bar. They're already somewhat starved for item slots, so...
Yeah, Monkey King Bar is like a really awkward item on Anti-Mage. You only get it if you must.
I mean, I think he will probably get it as his last item to deal with the butterfly, but he'd probably prefer to have a Basher or something else. But when he
Yeah,
sees his butterfly, he may do so.
Basher would always be like the perfect item to complete his 6 slot.
Probably doesn't need a BKB this game. The other option is you go BKB if you want to just have that magic immunity to like focus down buildings with and not have to worry about getting hexed up, chain stunned, and so on.
Yeah, but you rarely see players go BKB with hard. If you go BKB, you don't go hard.
Yeah.
They only choose one of it because otherwise you'll be too defensive.
No, there's his butterfly. So both carries spending all their money. No buybacks now available for the carries, that is, and we'll see a big fight breaking out in this Radiant jungle here. Rabbit channeling the stun. He's going to get hit by an ice path. Will he get to throw this? No, he's going to stun himself. Oh, Rabbit. Exorcism was brought out, though. That's the good news here. Hao still is on the run. Has a waveform in a few seconds, and going to look to wave across the chasm. Gets thrown up in the air. May need to BKB. Waveform's out, and, well, he's in a lot of trouble still. Morphing to strength here. Hao has no buyback. If he dies, it's all over. The Witch Doctor looking to ulti him down. Hao is looking to get another waveform if it's on cooldown, and that's GG. Morphling dead without buyback, and Newbee had no options. They just got caught out in the middle of nowhere there, going for maybe a smoke gank of some sort, but that did not work out well at all.
Okay.
I don't know how that was not the ending I was expecting. That was just out of nowhere.
Classic anti-mage performance, but I don't think this was what you were expecting when you said we get to watch some Morphling versus anti-mage game.
It didn't feel like your Morphling. It felt like an anti-mage game. It didn't feel like a Morphling versus anti-mage game. It just felt like Sylar doing what Sylar does best, and yeah.
One-man show.
It was the big, to me, I mean, so much goes back to Newbee. When they lost the Invoker got ganked a lot at the mid lane, and that time when he lost the Courier as well.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
The decision to ditch the Alchemist when they actually wanted to go for the aggressive trialing after they dewarded the Sentry.
Yeah. They got the first blood. Scarith had all that money, didn't upgrade the Courier, and...
oh yeah, that was the important one as well. I mean, it wasn't even like the Skyrath having all the money. It was like you mentioned, Ogre had 500 or like 400 gold. It's like...
Yep. Well, that does it for our best of 3. I'm Gods. Joining me is Winter. Winter, it's been fun as always casting with you. So thanks for joining me.
Merci beaucoup.
So grand finals, best of 5 coming up. It's going to be LGD versus Vici Gaming. Winner will join us here in our Beyond the Summit studio in Los Angeles. Stick around. That game's not scheduled for another 1 hour's time, so we'll have a bit of a break. And then at 18 Shanghai time, we're going to be having a best of 5 to find out our 4th team coming to LA to join Secret as well as First Departure as well as Evil Geniuses to compete for over $280,000 and growing. Thanks to all your guys' support. A big shout out to all the people who've been buying the compendium, the chest, and supporting us here at Beyond the Summit for the Summit 2 by G2A.com. So guys, stick around. In 1 hour's time, we'll have that best of 5 grand finals. Don't go anywhere.
You got spare game codes or any digital goods? There is a place you can sell them in less than 1 minute. Watch. Go to G2A.com. Click Start Selling. Fast login. Go to My Account and click on Selling tab. Sell new item. Enter name, code, set a price. And done. G2A.com Digital Marketplace. Global selling simplified.